Hey, what's up? So, you've probably noticed in the past few years there have been a lot of remakes, a lot of reboots. It seems to be we live in the age of the remake and the reboot. And you hear a lot of people say, oh, I hate all these reboots, I hate all these remakes. Don't remake this, don't reboot that. But you can't stop it. It's just what's happening now. And so instead, I want to go a different route. So instead of trying to tell Hollywood, no, don't remake that, don't remake this, I want to try and instead move that train wreck, or maybe just a train ride, to a different direction, to movies I think should be remade. So this is my top 5 movies that should be remade. Now for this list, I'm going to tell you the title, I'm going to give you a brief synopsis of the movie, what I liked about it, and also little things about maybe how you could do it and why I think they should be remade. So, I'm not going to tell you who starred in the original. You can look it up yourself if you want to find it. But this is just a brief overview of the movie itself, why I want it to be remade. So, without further ado, here we go. Number 5 is Thinner. So, the premise of this movie is a fat man. I know it's not nice to say, but he's a fat man. Hey, I'm pretty fat myself. You know, I got some poundage on me, but you know, he's a fat man, but he has a good job, good money, and he's well connected. So one night, him and his well connected friends, they go out and they have a good time, and then while they're heading back, he runs over and kills a gypsy woman. Yeah, it may sound kind of cliche. I think it's based on a book, but he kills a gypsy woman, but because he's well connected and he has money, he doesn't serve any time. There's no justice in a sense. So instead what happens is the gypsy woman's father comes and curses him. I cursed you, you killed my daughter, and I cursed you thinner. Yeah, just like the name of the movie. After that, he finds himself losing weight and losing weight steadily. And at first, people are saying, oh, you got losing so much weight, oh, looks nice. So what, are you dieting, exercising, what are you doing? And he said, I'm not doing anything. I've been eating so much, I'm still losing weight. And at the same time, his friends who were also with him and helped get him off, and he didn't make sure he didn't serve time, are also being cursed. And it's a little thing of trying to figure out what's going on. Are they really cursed? It's a gypsy thing, come on, it's not real. So it's kind of like a psychological thriller, and him coming to realize that, yeah, I've been cursed. And so I like to see that sort of thing play out again. And I think you could do it the same kind of story with the remake, just have it straightforward and him trying to find a way to break the curse. Or you could maybe go a different route and say maybe the gypsy was right in cursing him because, you know, let's face it, America, so often than not, if you have money, if you have power, you don't have to worry about consequences for your actions. I mean, just look what happened with the teenager who claimed affluenza. So instead, you could have it be the gypsy is getting justice instead, and not just vengeance. And that'd be an interesting dichotomy to look at it that way. And instead of hoping the guy breaks the curse, you think, no, screw you, you deserve to have this happen to you. It'd be an interesting way of looking at it, I think. Alright, number 4 on my list is Valentine. Now, this movie came out in 2000, and it's, yes, by the title, it's a Valentine's Day movie, and it's a scary movie. Now, some of these don't usually work that well, but this one, it had potential, but the thing was that it was rushed. You could tell it was rushed because if you read about the movie itself, you realize that the main actors only had like 2 or 3 days to shoot all their scenes, and so there's not a lot of character development, and some of the other characters are very shallow and they're not all that well fleshed out. So the main premise of the story starts in a junior high school dance. Do they even still have those? I mean, some places don't even want to have a prom, but hey, that's a story. That's a video for another day, which I'm not going to do. But it starts at a middle school dance where this dorky kid starts approaching these popular girls, and they start rejecting him. But one is kind of nice, oh, maybe later. and then he goes to the more average looking of the friends, and then they start making out. But then once some bullies come up and start giving them crap, she tells them that, oh, he attacked me, and then they go and beat the crap out of him. Yeah, and then basically they ruin his life. And because of that, years later, you see those same women who were rejecting him now getting killed off one at a time. Not only is this about, oh, who's doing the killing, but also what do they look like? Because they skip about 15 years, and in that time, who knows how much they have changed, or I think it was at least 10 years. I think people can change a lot in 10 years, and now, especially now with all the plastic surgery that people can get. It would be interesting to see. It was interesting. Oh, what does he look like? Is he this person? Is he that person? Who is he? So it would be interesting to see that. And I think if you give enough time to really flesh out the characters and give time to not make the other characters so shallow, and really get to the motivations of this killer, I think it would be cool to see a remake of that. I honestly do. Yeah, it would be a good little reboot, I think. Alright, number 3 on my list is Reign of Fire. Now this is an action movie. It came out, I think, late 90s, early 2000s, I'm not completely sure. But what happens is a kid in London accidentally wakes up dragons. Yeah, dragon. That's why it's Reign of Fire. Fire-breathing dragons. And they just destroy the world. Basically, it's a post-apocalyptic wasteland. And then you see later on, like decades later, them trying to reclaim the Earth back from the dragons. And you see the interaction between Brits and Americans trying to work together and not trusting each other, not really liking each other because, oh, they did all this in the past. But unfortunately, this movie didn't do too well in the box office, even though it had a really good premise, I thought. And to me, I think this should have been 2 movies. It should have been one movie where you get to see all the destruction and see the dragons just destroy the world, destroy all these cities, these popular landmarks, just annihilate them. And we've seen a lot of movies where you have the humans, fighting aliens or monsters or things like attacking the city, but they always, succeed. They always prevail, and yay, we saved the world. I would have liked to have seen one where they actually fail. Yeah, it would have been interesting, a nice little twist, because you would go in the movie thinking, dragons, but they're going to come back, and humans are going to save the world. But then, boom, it ends with the dragons winning the initial conflict between the humans and dragons. And I think that would be interesting to see. And then later on, you have a second movie where the humans come back and then take the world back from the dragons. My own concept, I think with CGI now, you could really make the dragons look cool, have them flying around people, with how to Train Your Dragon and other movies and shows. And I think also Game of Thrones is a fantasy world of dragons in it. People like that. That's popular as well. So I think it'd be doable. It'd be fun to see. I would enjoy a nice little action movie with dragons. That'd be fun. Alright, number 2 on my list is Disturbing Behavior. Now this one, kind of a psychological one, but also kind of a suspense movie as well. A new family moves into a town, and the kids go to their new high school, and things are a little off. You see a lot of the students in this new school are kind of too perfect, kind of smiley face, and real stereotypical 50s kind of thing. You can even see almost like a Stepford's Wives kind of a thing, but with the kids. And then there was one kid trying to explain, look, you gotta know what's going on, but they don't believe him. And then he gets caught, and then they have to come to a realization, yeah, the kids in this town have been completely, brainwashed, and mind just gone. Not even their mind, their heart has been ripped out of them. Because, if you watch the original, you'll see why the parents in this town decided to basically remove the heart and soul out of their child in order to achieve peace. and harmony, and no, kids should not talk back to us. Yeah, it's kind of weird when you actually get to watch it, but it's a good movie, I think, and I think it deserves to be remade. And I think that this sort of thing would work now, but be kind of a little bit difficult. You also use, social media, your Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all these other things that you can use to try and promote, I guess, this new way of brainwashing kids. But I would think that could kind of work against it, because what worked for the first movie was it was just in this one town. But hey, I'm not a screenwriter. I'm just giving out the suggestions. Anybody from Hollywood ever watches this, which they won't, because who would watch me tell what they should and shouldn't do? I'm just a guy. They can figure it out better than I could. So, now, number 1 on my list is The Faculty. This is another suspense movie. It's the alien invasion movie. And I think this one would work well. Now, you see an alien invasion, and they start with the teachers, faculty, of a high school. And some of the students realize that the teachers aren't acting the way they usually act. They're a lot more stone-faced and non-emotional. And it was interesting to see them trying to figure out what's going on here, and then see these little creatures. They think it's just like a new fish or something, but then they realize, yeah, this thing is actually what's controlling the teachers and stuff. And then it's starting to spread into the student body as well. So I thought it was a good movie, and I think now it could be remade, and it's a different kind of alien movie, because it's not one of those movies where they just destroy a city. There's even a line in the movie, The Faculty, where one of the main characters says, if you're going to invade the Earth, would you go through the front door blasting the White House like Independence Day, or would you go through the back door where no one's looking? You can even reuse that line in a sense. I probably butchered it. You can use a similar kind of line, but maybe use the Avengers or something like that. A different type of alien movie, something a little more new. Because I know when the Faculty came out, Independence Day had only been out for a couple of years. So, and I think the way that they would show the aliens and how it metamorphosed would be interesting to see, especially with the CGI you could do nowadays, and even use some practical stuff. So, that's it. Those are my 5 movies I think that should be remade. I know it's a quick video. Like I said, it was going to be quick. But I think that these movies, if they were remade, could work, and I would like to see them, personally. So, let me know what you think. What are some movies you think should be remade? What are some movies that should be remade? Something you liked when you were younger, or even when you were a kid, a teenager, whatever they were, let me know. I'm kind of curious. Maybe there's a movie you recommend that I didn't even think of. But like I said, instead of trying to stop this train from hitting an object, we should try to redirect it, hit a different object instead, and remake a different movie, instead of maybe movies that people hold too closely and guard with the nostalgia glasses. But hey, that's just my opinion. So, I got another top list coming up, and I'll probably do a wrestling video sooner rather than later. Until then, catch you later.